Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of, I've done this every single time, Gemini. This is your reading for, it's a bonus June reading. Just kidding. We're going to just jump right in here and see what is going on for you. This is going to be a timeless reading. I'm just going to trust that you're going to find this reading whenever you need it. And that'll be that. But let's see here. We'll take both of these cards. Why not? And let's see here. There's clearly like a new beginning. I do feel like there could be a difficult ending that you've been going through with a person, but again, we're gonna have to dig in here and see. You start off with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about kind of like taking the lead on a situation. It's also about completing something, and that's what I get for you here. I feel like there's just more, it's more completion energy. You see this wand back here stands on its own, and he's holding on to a new wand up here. Sometimes I feel with the Two of Wands that it's just about, starting a new journey, moving in a new direction, doing something different, yada, 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 whatever. And you have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is your crossing energy, and the crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you. And in this situation, I feel like it's a little bit of stubborn energy. So again, if you're holding on to like an old job and you need a new one, then I would start looking for something new. Same thing in love and everything else. I kind of do feel like, I would say having said that, I kind of feel like there is a little bit of exploration of your boundaries going on here, meaning maybe you're trying to figure out like how far you can push something. Maybe you're trying to figure out like how much work can you do? I don't know. Sometimes we don't know, right? Maybe you are capable of doing 80 hours a week of work, and maybe you want to do that. Maybe you don't. So I feel like you're kind of like exploring some boundaries at this time, and that's perfectly fine. I feel like you're just saying like, how far can I push things? And you're just trying to like figure it out so you don't burn yourself out. And I feel like that's fine. Next, in the area of your thoughts, you have the Strength card. It's like you're tapping your foot. Like I see you tapping your foot in your head, and in my head, I should say. So I get this, like, you have been patient. That's what you're thinking. The Strength card is a card of strength, needing to be strong, being patient. But really, intuitively, what I'm feeling here is it's more talking about the fact that you're kind of like tapping your foot. It's almost like you've been waiting for something for a very long period of time. And I feel like you're saying like, okay, like, come on, let's go. Let's get moving. Here, that's like the feeling I get there. Even here, you have the Knight of Pentacles in the area of your foundation. This tells me that maybe you can do a little bit more work in a situation to get it moving forward faster, whatever it is. It's like this could be financial, it could be work, it could be anything. But he is the only knight in the tarot that represents no movement. He is the only knight that, he has these empty fields behind him, and he also has these oak leaves on his helmet right here. And the oak leaves represent knowledge and wisdom. It's like he has everything he needs to get started, but he's hesitating. I kind of get the feeling that going in this direction, it's like you've been waiting for circumstances in your life to be a certain way. It's like maybe you've been waiting for the economy to be at a certain level to start your business, or you've been waiting for something like an approval or something like that. I get that here. I also get more delays, and I feel like this is saying like you need to get started anyway. Like if you're waiting for something, I'm not suggesting you break the law, like if you need approval on like a license or something like that, but what I am saying is like do what you can now. And I feel like that this reading is really saying that. It's like really saying there are probably some disappointments that you've been experiencing because like things aren't falling into place exactly how you need them to, but at the same time I feel like that's true for everyone. And it's kind of like I've been saying for a few months now, fortune favors the bold, and the Strength card is about being bold, and so I would do whatever you can with what you got now. Like if you're starting a business, looking for a new job, even in relationships, right? In the area of the past, you have the Knight of Swords. I feel like you did rush in the past, so part of me does feel that this is what you're trying to avoid, is the Knight of Swords. I feel like maybe you rushed or you tried to force things in love or in business. And so now in new situations, I feel you're kind of like more trying to take your time. This almost feels like an overcorrection to me. And I would be very careful of overcorrections, especially under Neptune and Pisces. Again, we have Neptune and Pisces right now. I think I'm not making a statement on diets, by the way, but I think it's very funny that like I watch some diet YouTubers, right? And it's like I've seen a bunch of them go from like vegan to only eating meat, right? I literally predicted this like 2 years ago. I said that this would probably happen. And I think I use that as an example. Some of you might remember that. And it's like I've seen a bunch of them go from like vegan to only eating meat, or the other way around, going from only eating meat to like vegan. And I would call that an overcorrection. I'm not making a statement. Don't come at me, vegans, right? And PETA, please. But what I would say here is that I feel like there's a lot of overcorrections where people are thinking, oh, this doesn't work over here, so I'm going to go all the way to this side over here. And again, Neptune and Pisces is known for, although, we've never been alive and we won't be alive again for another Neptune and Pisces because it takes forever to move through a sign. But I think it's like known for kind of like overcorrective behavior. And I'm getting that here with the Knight of Swords. I feel like it's saying if you're going from one extreme to the other, it might be a good time. Again, not telling you what to do. Tarot doesn't tell you what to do, right? This is loose guidance at best, as I always say. And it's the cherry on top of your life, as I always say. And what I would say here is like, is there a middle ground? Is there a place in the middle where, it's like, instead of going like, from one relationship to I hate men, or I hate women, or I hate whatever, instead of going all the way to one side, is there a middle ground here, right? Next, in the near future, you have the Three of Swords and the Six of Cups. Three of Swords could be a heartbreak. Six of Cups can be thinking about the past. So again, some of you could be experiencing heartbreak from a person from the past. However, what I would say is that you have right here, Strength, Three of Swords, Six of Cups to the to the Ace of Wands. This to me is saying that there's like some sort of new beginning coming in over the next few months. That's the position of your next few months. So if there is an ending to something, wouldn't even worry about it. It looks like there's a solid new beginning coming in for you very quickly with that Ace of Wands. The Six of Cups could also be like hoping for circumstances. And like I was saying, I'm kind of getting more just this, I don't know how to say this the right way. So I'm just going to say it how it's popping into my head. Take it how it resonates, Gemini, right? So but what I'm getting here is it's like, I feel like you have a very idealistic view of how things need to be in your life to move forward, in love, in business, whatever, right? And again, like I said, take it how it resonates. The way that it's coming out of my mouth might sound a little bit harsh, but it's just how the words are popping into my head. So, chill out, right? I probably pissed more of you off by saying chill out than what I just said. But what I'd say here is I feel like this is like maybe a little bit idealistic, and I feel like it's saying the only reason your heart is broken is because of the expectations of like how things should be for you to start a business or for you to get into a relationship or whatever. Things actually look fine. If we go this way, King of Pentacles. If we go this way, Ace of Wands. Again, over the next, so it's like things are going to work out regardless of what the environment is telling you. And that's what this reading is really talking about. I feel like it's talking about your environment, what's going on around you, and it's really saying it's much better than you think. You have the Ace of Wands here. Ace of Wands is like a passionate new beginning. So I feel like there is definitely a new beginning coming in for you. A lot of people have been getting the Ace of Wands, and I just think it's because, of this right here. There's a castle that is crumbling right here, and the Ace of Wands there kind of represents a new beginning. It's like out with the old, in with the new. So I just feel like, it's a time of newness. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is like something being dead, done, over with. So I do feel like there is a complete ending to a situation in your life. For some of you, definitely love. For others, this is like work or business related. But the Ten of Swords is the end. I always say there's nothing worse than the Ten of Swords. He has 10 swords in his back. It doesn't take 10 swords to kill a person. He's definitely dead, right? It's definitely the end. So I feel for a lot of you that this is like a complete ending. The thing I like to remind people is that the Ten of Swords, number one, the sun is rising on the Ten of Swords. He's also making a symbol with his hands right here that represents a blessing. It's the same symbol that the Hierophant is making on his card. So it's like there are, someone else had the Ten of Swords and I said, in death there's life, right? It's like after, it's just a cycle, like the circle of life. And I feel like if you're experiencing an ending in a close relationship, there's just going to be a new beginning. It's really not that big of a deal. In the area of your future feelings, you have the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you're feeling stable. I feel like you're feeling good. I feel like you're feeling like you're collecting your money. You're making money, probably making more money. I feel like you're thinking about ways to make more money. Like all those things are popping into my head here with the King of Pentacles. My thing with the King of Pentacles is that, I feel this energy of like needing to be okay with things changing. Like I feel that maybe you're building things up in the near future to a certain point, and you don't want it to, like, you don't want to rock the boat. But it's like if we don't make changes, then we don't grow. So I feel like there's a need to be okay with making some changes as well. With your outcome, you have the Four of Cups. Again, things still aren't perfect, I would say, with the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is like manifesting things. He's manifesting these cups in front of him, but it's a card of like contemplation and apathy. He's not really accepting those cups into his life. He's not satisfied with the way things are going. So let's clarify this and see. I just want to see, you have this Not For You card coming up. I just wanted to see what that card was. So I feel like something, clearly, whatever you're leaving behind, the Ten of Swords, the Two of Wands, something is complete in your life. For some of you, I feel like it's a relationship. For others, it's like something you've been working on or you've been working towards in your life. And again, I feel like there's something, again, the Four of Cups would say something isn't satisfying you as well, Gemini. It's like something isn't bringing satisfaction into your life anymore. With the Two of Wands and the Seven of Wands, you have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands says you need to be bold, assertive. Remember what I said earlier, fortune favors the bold. Funny enough, this is the card that I've been saying that on the most recently. So I feel like we really need to be bold and assertive and like really go for things that we desire to have. I'm speaking very generally in your reading because I feel like it's everything. It's not like one thing or the other for you. It's not just love. It's not just business or health. I feel like you really need to go for everything that you want. With the Strength card, you have the King of Cups. I feel like there could be love coming in for you for sure. King of Cups is like a very deep person, someone who has very deep emotions, a lot of feelings, but I do feel there could be love coming in for you. It's also a card of adventure as well. There's like a boat in the background. The boat on the King of Cups in particular represents going to uncharted territory, like going somewhere you've never been before. And a lot of people have been getting that as well. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the World, another card of completion, by the way. The World, it's like we start as a fool, we go to the world, then we start all over again as a fool. It's like part of the fool's journey, and we're always starting over as the fool, getting ready to start a new journey. So I feel like you have been birthed. I always say that the World to me is a birth card. It's like you're being pushed through the squeeze. That Knight of Pentacles is telling me that you've been birthed here. I feel like you've been birthed into a new reality. Now it's time to start planting seeds. Like I said, I feel like there's something about your environment with this Six of Cups and the whatever that was, Three of Swords as well. I get something about your environment and like how things are. And it's like I feel like you need to work with what you got is kind of what this reading is saying. With the Six of Cups, here you go. You have the Three of Cups, and there are people who can help you. Three of Cups is a card of celebration. It's also a card of community. So I feel there are a lot of people who can help you be more successful. I feel like tapping into teamwork or working on a community or working with other people would be very beneficial for you here, Gemini, with this Three of Cups. And I just saw 11:11, by the way, on the clock. It's 11:12 now, but it was 11:11. But, again, I feel like working together with other people would be extremely beneficial for you with the Three of Cups. I do feel there could be a celebration. There could be a reunion coming in for you. Here's my problem, is that Ten of Swords and the Two of Wands. So I'd say if someone's coming in from your past, I would be very careful, especially if it's a Leo or a water sign. What I would, or one of the fixed signs, really, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo. I would be very careful if it's a fixed sign person, because if they messed up your day once, then they could mess it up again. And you have that Not For You card as well. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Justice card, much more worth it. See, to me, this is saying the Ace of Wands is something brand new. Like I said, the castle is crumbling on the back of the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is about a new beginning, a passionate new beginning. And the Justice card is cause and effect. It's like if you put energy into something, what is the result that you get from the energy that you're putting into something, like a new beginning? Are you seeing a result? Are you getting energy back? Is something, are you feeling fulfilled? Like, what's happening? And I really feel you need to examine that and look at it. I do feel some of you could be seeing someone getting their karma as well. So it's like if you're dealing with someone from the past, that that they could be getting karma, and that Ten of Swords could be a karmic release, because it's like you're able to see the depth of the situation, if that makes sense. And with the Ten of Swords, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a card of conflict and competition. Again, as I always say, Mars retrograde this year. I would be very careful of conflicts this year, because with Mars retrograde, it's like, whoever starts the conflict loses. We saw this happen with Will Smith, right? It's like, if Will watched me, he wouldn't have done that, as I've been saying, because it's like, Mars retrograde is a really bad year for starting fights, for getting into fights, for starting conflicts and things like that. And even though we're not at the retrograde yet, doesn't matter. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Tower. You actually have the Tower in reverse. Look at that. I don't read reversals. It is interesting. I actually prefer the Tower upright because we shouldn't necessarily avoid a Tower moment. I think too many readers have made it seem like, oh, you should avoid a Tower moment. Not necessarily true. There's a reason the Tower is happening. The Tower is falling because these people have been ignoring reality for too long. So they're being brought back down to earth. So the Tower is not a bad card. Having said that, sometimes we can realize that we've been ignoring reality and we can fix it, and then we avoid a Tower moment. If you're doing it that way, which again, Tower reverse would basically say that, then I feel like you're kind of avoiding a Tower moment. I do feel like there could be surprises coming in for you as well. With the Four of Cups, you have the Page of Pentacles. See, here's the thing. I feel like you need to use dissatisfaction as your guide. Like, if you are not satisfied with something, the Page of Pentacles is saying move in a new direction. I feel like there's like an exciting new direction coming in for you here, Gemini, in your near future. And it could be a little bit surprising with that Tower, although again, the Tower is in reverse, so it's not that big of a surprise. But can we just get a few cards on this new direction that Gemini is moving in? Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is a card of mystery. He has these pyramids right here, and those pyramids kind of represent a mystery or not being sure where he's going. But he's willing to enjoy the mystery. He's willing to explore. He's a card of the adventurer as well. So don't be afraid to go on the adventure. You have the Judgment card. See, definitely a total death transformation here because these people are still in their coffins. They're being called out of their coffins and out, inside the coffin. They're still standing inside the coffin. Inside the coffin is their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. I feel like you're being called into a new life. And you have the Four of Swords. Yeah, probably this is something you've been kind of like waiting for. So it's almost like you're a brand new baby, Gemini, in this reading. And I feel like you're in the new world, but you just need to realize that, the environment is not exactly what you want it to be because you're in a new world. It's like completely different. So I feel like you need to kind of like get to work on new ideas and new things that you want to manifest, like new businesses, new relationships, all sorts of new stuff. It's like you've kind of experienced maybe some difficulties, and now you need to move towards the new stuff, is what I see here. Very interesting. Kind of weird, but I kind of like it at the same time. By the way, having a reading with the Tower and the Judgment card, to me, like the Tower and the Judgment card together is the most powerful combination in the tarot. To me, it's like a major revelation. So I feel like you're having some major realizations about the changes that are happening or that need to happen in your life. Pretty good stuff. So thank you for being here, Gemini. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.